So we'll talk about Bill Clinton and all of his scandals. So, the same time Bill Clinton was being elected president, or shortly after he got elected president, this guy right here, a guy by the name of Joe Klein, wrote a book called Primary Colors. The book was all about Bill Clinton's personal life. Bill Clinton had a active social calendar. And that's the best way to put it. There's other ways to put it, but that's the one I'm going with. There's just a collage of potential women he may or may not have harassed. The other thing that Bill Clinton was accused of is Whitewater scandal. The Clintons had some real estate in Arkansas that was being developed, and they had some people that they were working with, and some of those people died, and there were some allegations about different federal regulations that weren't being met. Sadie and Laney did their conspiracy theory on it, where there's a handful of people that did die, and they had a number like 70, something ridiculous, that the Clintons were supposedly blamed with assassinating, I guess is probably the best way to put it. Basically what happened with Whitewater is Clinton had some land with some partners. Once he became president, the partners took the fall. So, the other thing that happened during Bill Clinton's second term was Monica Lewinsky. Monica Lewinsky was an intern at the White House and had sexual relations of some sort with President Clinton. You're that close to being not here. So, in the Oval Office, in his office, Clinton and Monica Lewinsky had a variety of sexual relations. Bill Clinton was asked about it in Congress, and like most people that are unfaithful in relationships, he lied about it. So if you're ever in a relationship and somebody is cheating on you or you're cheating on somebody and they ask you, hey, are you sleeping around with so-and-so? 99.95% of the time you go, no, we're just friends, or something stupid like that. And maybe you're not sleeping around with whomever they accuse you of sleeping around with, but chances are if they're accusing you of it, you might be doing it. And the difference is Bill Clinton said it in front of Congress, which is technically perjury. So, what Congress did was impeached him. Clinton came out and said, well, it's just a little white lie. That's a fairly substantial lie, honestly. Whether or not you're sleeping with somebody or not, that's not just the, like, hey, did you do your homework? Yeah, I'll get it done. And then you don't turn it in. That's a little white lie. Hey, did you sleep with your secretary? Nah, we're good. That's a little bit bigger. So Bill Clinton was only the second president to ever be impeached. Now, much like the Donald Trump impeachment, it was just politically motivated. The Republicans didn't like Clinton, they wanted to get him out of office, much like the Democrats didn't like Trump and they wanted to get him out of office. They were never going to be able to impeach him. Much like with Trump's impeachment, they didn't have enough votes in the Senate to get Clinton out of office. But he did get impeached. And realistically, throughout the majority of his second term and after he was done, he's kind of remembered for Monica Lewinsky. A lot of the other things that he did, people will bring up, but typically when most people think of Bill Clinton, they think of Monica Lewinsky and sex scandal. That's the first thing they think of. Nobody says, Bill Clinton, oh yeah, wasn't that the guy that passed NAFTA? That's not usually the first thing that comes up. His approval rating took a hit. And just kind of wrapping up Bill Clinton, kind of what we talked about as we started Bill Clinton was he was basically a Republican president in everything except for social issues. A lot of the economic issues and a lot of the economic policies that he passed and put forth were actually Republican ideas or fell in line more with Republican ideology. He was the last president that balanced the budget and actually made the United States money. Part of that was some of his policy, working with the Congress, and some of that was our economy was really good. So, that's Bill Clinton, and that's all of our notes. 7 minutes and 12 seconds.